Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting moment with your favorite math teacher, Coach K, and his boring math corner. And we are working on writing word problem equations and defining the variable. As a math student, I will be able to define a variable and write an equation. You should have graphic organizer number 4 with those beautiful written words up there at the top on addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Alright, so here we go. Let's get started. Let's not waste too much time. Alright, first of all, we're going to do example number 1. Ann has the 6 newest CDs, which is twice the amount that Bob has. How many does Bob have? Alright, so Ann has the 6 newest. Alright, here's 6 newest music CDs, which is usually means equal to, or equal sign for an equation. And remember, this is all about writing equations. We've written expressions before, which is kind of like this, only now we're putting an equal sign in, and that's the difference between equations and expressions, right? And we want to do the very best we can in this, because this is all about I-STEP, all right? And we want to get better at writing equations, because I know it's probably going to be on there on the I-STEP test, the first one. All right, and so we want to do everything possible to get the best score we can. All right, so Ann has the 6 newest music CDs, which is twice the amount that Bob has. How many does Bob have? All right, twice means 2, twice the amount that Bob. I don't know what Bob has, so we're just going to call that B. In an equation, you need to have a variable. All right, so let's define the variable. B equals the number of CDs Bob has. Okay? And we want to write our equation, so I'm going to turn this as 2b equals 6. It says I have to show all my work, and I want to know how many CDs does Bob have. Now, I know you'd say to me, hey, Kaufman, what's the problem here? I already know what number times 2 equals 6. But you know, when you're taking I-STEP, you got to show everything, no matter how simple. All right? So here we go. We got 2b equals 6. Draw a line down the middle. This is multiplication right here. So we're going to undo that by working backwards and doing division. So we're going to divide this side by 2, which gives us b. And we're going to divide this side by 2, which gives us 3. Boom, there you are. So Bob has 3 CDs. All right? Okay, that's number 1 down. Let's go to number 2. Here we go. Janine, who bought $15 worth of makeup, spent $6 less than Leah spent. How much did Leah spend? Okay, so let's see. We got Janine, who bought $15 worth of makeup. I don't need that, do I? I hope not. Spent $6 less than. Ooh, less than. That usually means things get turned around, all right? Then Leah spent. How much did Leah spend? Okay, well, we got $15. Sorry about that. We have $15. And I know that that Janine spent 6 less than. Well, I don't know what Leah spent, so we're just going to call that M. M. And it was 6 less than, right? So less than usually means you you put the 6 at the end. The $6 goes at the end. Okay? So let's define the variable first. The variable is M equals the amounts Leah spent on makeup. Alright? Sorry, got a little sloppy. My finger is not as pointy as the pen looks. Alright, so let's write the equation. M minus 6 equals 15. And that is $15, right? $15. Alright, so we want to show all of our work, and we want to know how much Leah spent. So let's solve it. M minus 6 equals 15. Draw the line down the middle. We're subtracting, so to undo that, we're going to add 6 to both sides. This creates a 0. M equals 15 plus 6 is $21. So we know that Leah spent $21 on makeup. All right. Okay, here we go. Example number 2, that's down. Number 3, here we are. Hey, number 3, here we come. All right, let's take a new color. What do you think? Yeah, let's try blue. That's my favorite color. All right, here we go. All right, so remember your objective is to be able to define the variable of an equation, right? Okay, so here we are. We are at example 3. How many ink cartridges can you buy with $252 if one cartridge costs $18? You have to write an equation that can be used to determine the number of cartridges that can be purchased. Be sure you define the variable in your equation, right? So let's see. How many ink cartridges can you buy with, oh, here's $252 and one cartridge costs this much, $18. And I want to know how many cartridges. Well, I don't see anything that tells me how many, so I'm going to have to assume that the equation is $252 equals, let's see, we'll call it C since we're talking ink cartridges, 18C. I want to know how much one costs. So that usually indicates I'm going to have to probably use some division here, all right? And it says I want to know how many I can buy. I don't see a question up there. I guess the whole thing's a question, right? So my defining the variable would be C is the number of ink cartridges I can buy. I'm sorry about my writing. Alrighty, so here we go. What is the number of cartridges that we can purchase? Alright, right there. We want to show all of our work. So let's do it. 252 equals 18C. Draw a line down the middle. I'm multiplying over on this side, so I have to divide this by 18 so I can get 1C, so I can get the C isolated on a side by itself, right? And on this side, I'm going to divide by 18. Let's see, what is 252 divided by 18? That would go one time, let's see, 252 divided by 18 means I got 18 here. That's 72. That would go 4 times. Alright, there we go. So I can buy 14 cartridges of ink. Right there it is. Okay? Alright. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got to move on, man. It's taken us way too long to get through this, and maybe not. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, last question. Here we go. Number 4. Hey, Melanie's high school played 14 soccer games this year. The team won most of their games. They were defeated during 4 games. How many games did they win? Alright, so let's define the variable. First of all, let's go back and read the question again. Melanie's high school played 14 soccer games this year. The team won most of their games. They were defeated 4 in 4 games. So how many games did they win? Okay, well, I see that they won 4 games. And lost 4 games, I'm sorry, and they played 14, but I don't know how many they won. How many did the team win? The team won most of their games, but I don't know what number that means. So let's see. Let's call to be defeated means I'm probably gonna have to subtract in there. We'll call it S. So S. Excuse me, S added to 4, because the 4 represents the games they lost. I want to try to find the games they won. and it has to be equal to the number of games they played, which is 14. You know what? I stuck it in the wrong place, didn't I? Hey, come on, coach. What you doing? Get it right. All right, I'm sorry, kids. So we got S added to 4 equals 14. And S is equal to the games, the total games won. Okay? The total games won. So we want to know how many games did they win. We need to show all of our work. Remember, our objective is to be able to define that variable and solve the equation. Not only that, but get better at what we're doing for I-STEP. All right? So here we go. S plus 4 equals 14. It's also to show your communication, kids. Your thinking as well. Draw a line down here. We want to know that we're adding 4, so we want to undo that. We want to do the inverse, which is working backwards, which means we're subtracting 4 from both sides. This becomes 0. S equals 14 minus 4 is 10. What does that mean? Well, they won 10 games. Okay? Now, think about this. I took an awful long time to go through this, but I just want to make sure that everybody understands what to do. And I really don't think that some of us in some of my classes are going to say, hey, that's really tough. I think you're going to say, this is really easy. Why am I having to do this? Remember, it's all about you communicating your thinking and being able to get all 6 points correct on the I-STEP test, okay? Hey, thank you for listening to me ramble on about word problems. Hey, have a great day. See you later. Bye.